Good morning. So this reading is for Monday, December 1st. And so over the next couple of weeks, my personal readings are going to be pretty tight, pretty limited, because I'm focusing on getting all those 2026 recordings out before Christmas. So stay tuned for all of that. And so let's focus on December 1st and get a little bit around our past. Current energy. I'm definitely getting a sense of opening up. One more. Future energy. So this video is available on both YouTube and Rumble, Tarot and Astrology with Michelle. So looking here, bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles. Now the Page of Pentacles is focused on the future. So it's information gathering, it's planning for success, figuring out how to go after what you want, making it real, making it happen here in the 3D. And so we'll see what all these cards are. But when I look at the past and I see the Justice card, Libra energy coming through, you did a lot of work to find a balance within yourself, to really prioritize the Four of Pentacles, your foundation. I love the stability coming through with these two cards because this was a lot of energy, a lot of effort. This was not something that was small. This was something that took a period of time in order for you to get into the place of saying, you know what, I'm setting healthy boundaries. I know exactly what is good for me and what's not. And I'm not going to entertain anything that goes against my best interest here. This is about you prioritizing yourself. And so when I look at the third spot here, I got three different cards. So I got the Nine of Wands, which is the wounded warrior. This is what you were healing from. Four of Swords, there's the card of healing. So taking a step back, giving yourself an opportunity to really focus on healing, dropping your guard. But at the same time, what you were doing, establishing a healthy foundation, really creating those boundaries and balance within yourself. I'm also getting the Hierophant. This actually feels like spiritual alignment. So it's Taurus energy. It's a marriage card. Take it as it resonates. But this feels like what you've been doing is kind of aligning with some sort of goal. Could be around a relationship, but you've done the work. You've done the healing to work through whatever was blocking you. It was that wound. Whatever this was that was blocking you, you did the work. And so when I look at the current energy here, and I see the Ten of Cups is focused on long-term emotional fulfillment. It's another marriage card, so take it as it resonates. But this is you prioritizing your emotional well-being above all else. And so with that, I'm getting the Eight of Cups. You're moving away from anything that doesn't serve you. Ten of Swords, so including painful endings, anything that happened in the past, you're more than ready to leave it all behind. You're not interested in carrying any of this forward with you. And so when I look at the future energy, I'm getting the Five of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles is leaving something behind. It's that Ten of Swords. These are playing off of each other. It's the awareness. It's the recognition. You're moving away emotionally. You're completely disconnecting by the time you get to this Five of Pentacles energy. And what you're doing here with the Six of Cups is prioritizing alignment, emotional, just well-being. It's a card of nostalgia. So it feels like you're just restoring happiness in your life here in the future energy, that you're not entertaining anything from the past, especially some sort of painful ending. So if that's been influencing you, I feel like the hold it has had over you completely diminishing. I'm getting the Knight of Swords. You're ready to move on. You're ready to cut loose anything that's holding you back. This actually feels like it's an evolution. This feels like there's been layers to it because I've been getting a lot of releasing energy, and it feels like this is another layer of release. The more that you understand just how deep this Ten of Swords went, how much it affected all the areas of your life, the easier it is to kind of walk away from it. Because when you see how widespread this was, you realize how much it's been preventing your happiness, and you don't want any part of that at all. So let's dive in and get more information. So tell me about Justice here. Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups, it's confusing energy. It's overwhelming energy. That's what the wound was doing. It was making it really difficult for you to see what was right in front of you. And so when you decided to address this wound, the awareness was there, the time, whatever was needed, that Four of Swords, so that ability to rest, recover, and heal. When you started really focusing on that, it helped to clear things up for you. You were able to see how much that was clouding your vision and making it really difficult for you to go after something that you want. Tell me about that Four of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords, stress, fear, anxiety. Yeah, you are working through this. Nine of Wands, Nine of Swords. I'm getting a lot of 8s, 9s, 10s. There's a lot that's shifting here, but all for the better. The Nine of Swords almost feels like you were stabbed in the back in some sort of way, and you were afraid that this was going to happen again. So now that could be the Ten of Swords energy. Take it as it resonates for you. But I'm getting the sense here that you had this fear around this happening again. And so it was kind of the cause for you creating these healthy boundaries and saying, okay, in order to not let this happen again, I need to hold firm to who I am and what I want, and just making sure my emotional needs are being met. That's what the healthy boundaries are meant to do. Create this confidence within yourself and say, if you want a relationship with me in any respect, friend, family, lover, whatever the case is, it's setting these boundaries and saying, then you'll honor those. You'll trust that I'm doing this because it's in my best interest. You're not doing it to manipulate another person. You're doing it because you need to for your own kind of wealth, your health, more your mental health and emotional health. Could be your financial health as well. Tell me more about that. Nine of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Hierophant. 10 of Cups. You want happiness again in your life. That's why you're doing all of this. Because if you didn't want happiness, you would just be okay. You would just accept it. But that's not, we're meant to be happy. Tell me about the 10 of Cups here in the current energy. 5 of Pentacles. So you're leaving behind anything that doesn't align with the future that you're kind of working towards, because the 10 of Cups feels like this is the direction that you're moving. I don't feel like you're there yet, but take it as it resonates. You might already be in a marriage and it's going through some sort of transformation. I'm picking your transformation up more than anything else. And so you're ready to leave whatever negative energy, the 10 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, you're ready to leave it all behind you. So let's get this 8 of Cups here. High Priestess, you're trusting yourself and your intuition. Now's the time, because I'm getting something with time here. Now's the time to leave it all behind. Tell me about the 10 of Swords. Knight of Swords. Yeah, you're moving on from whatever happened in the past. You're embracing a cycle of change. That's exactly what this is. The more that you dig into this, the more awareness that you have, the easier it is to walk away from it and really focus on what matters. And that, I mean, this reading so far, very clear distinction. I understand the past. I'm not okay with that influencing me going forward or holding me back. So I'm doing something about it. Tell me about this 5 of Pentacles here in the future. 4 of Wands. And so the 4 of Wands, it's a marriage card. We've got a lot of marriage cards showing up. So this could be you're leaving an old marriage behind. Something here that really just hurt you pretty deeply with the 10 of Swords and 9 of Swords. So you might have fear that this would happen again. But I get the sense that you're leaving that behind in favor of a new start, a new beginning, working towards something here that you really want. Take that as it resonates. I do get the sense that ultimately you are leaving the past behind and you're focusing on happiness, what long-term happiness looks like for you, and moving in that direction. So tell me about the 6 of Cups, this card of nostalgia. The Emperor. So the Emperor, Aries energy, it's a lot of confidence coming through, standing tall and confident in your own energy, focusing here on your happiness and being motivated and not getting distracted. It's this kind of willful energy of the Emperor that I'm picking up. Very stubborn in a good way, because you're focused on your happiness. You're not trying to hurt anybody else. You're just trying to make sure you're happy here. Oh, we have another card. Strength. So the Strength card, Leo energy coming through. And so it's finding the courage and the strength within yourself to make this a priority and to not back down. Don't sacrifice the boundaries that you're creating for yourself. You're doing it for a reason. It's meant to help you along the way. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. Knight of Cups. You're going after something you want here in the future energy. And it feels like you're lighter, you're freer, you're able to go after this because of leaving the past behind, not interested in carrying forward any of the wounds from the past. It's really about breaking a cycle and just firmly stepping onto the path of a new beginning. So this is a reading for Monday. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.